4D Skeleton Cat Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Hi guys, in today's video I have my third and final black cat design of this Halloween season, and this one is going to be a skeleton cat. So in the beginning it just looks like a regular black cat on a nail, and then the little cat body pops off and there is a skeleton underneath. I hope you guys like this as much as I do, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well. I'm going to begin with a layer of orange acrylic over the background. So as I mentioned in one of the past videos is that I want to make a different background color for each of these little designs. So the last one, last but not least, is going to be the orange. So just apply a thin layer of color over the entire background, and then I'm going to encase the nail with a layer of clear acrylic to make sure it is nice and strong. And at this point, if you wanted to, I would recommend inserting a magnet into the clear acrylic approximately where you think the cat's body will be. Of course, I had a brain fart, so I did not, and I will show you how to insert one later, but if you do remember, put it in at this point. It just makes it a little easier. Then file the nail into shape with your efile, going over the whole thing to make sure it's nice and smooth, using a finer bit to refine the surface texture a little bit. And then I'm going to take a much smaller narrow bit on my efile and make a little hole for where my magnet's going to be. Take some nail glue, glue it into the hole, and then that's how you fix that little issue. So now I'm going to be sculpting my cat's head above where I'm going to be placing the body. So I've just got a nice round big head for my kitty cat, just like so, and leave it so that there's a little bit of a gap above where the magnet is, but you want to be directly above the magnet. So if your magnet happens to be off to the side a little, try to place your cat off to the side a little, if that makes sense. Then add the ear, the two ears. So the rest of the body of your cat is all going to be sculpted on top of the nail, but separately. You'll see in a moment. So you don't want to worry about adding any of the neck or body or tail or anything. Just worry about just the head. And then I'm going to wrap the nail with some foil, or not some foil, some saran wrap, and use a pinching tool underneath it to hold my saran wrap in place. Easier said than done sometimes, so just any kind of plastic wrap works. And a pinching tool is the perfect thing to use to hold the saran wrap in place, despite the fact that I'm clearly having some technical difficulties at the moment, because it has it where you have to pinch it to open it, and it wants to stay closed. So it holds it together really well. I personally, at this particular design, it just wasn't working for me. But then on top of the saran wrap, place another magnet, and then on top of that magnet, or you can start sculpting your cat first, either way, but you want to have a magnet embedded in the cat's body on top. So I've got that little bit. I'm going to stick my magnet in there, press it in, and you can either sculpt it with the magnet in there in the beginning or add it before the acrylic sets, but then add the little arms of your kitty cat. And if you want to, you can definitely add a tail to your cat. For this one, I decided not to add a tail because it would be a pretty delicate little skinny piece, so I decided it would be better not to have it break off and just not to have it in the beginning. And then take some white paint and add little outlines for your cat's paws and arms, and little white outlines in the cat's ears. Add a little pink nose for your kitty cat, light pale pink. And then I'm going to take some really bright green and add her eyes, just like so. I absolutely love painting cats. Every time I paint a cat, it makes me so happy. And then I'm going to be adding her little kitty lips, a couple whiskers, just like so, with white. And then I'm going to be taking some black and just adding a little skinny pupil in each eye. Then you want to take and you're going to pop off the little body of your cat and set that to the side. You don't want to lose it, but you want it out of the way for the moment, and paint your little, very cartoon little skeleton cat body underneath there. So I have a rib cage, and then I'm going to be adding the little bones for the arms, and then little bones on the sides for the back legs, and then some little toes, a couple little toes. And then after you have that done, I'm going to take white paint and add really skinny little lines inside those black white lines that you started with. So the black lines are your outlines, and then when you add your skinny white lines, it's making the actual little bones. So use just a touch of paint on your brush so that it doesn't end up being too thick of lines. Then apply some gel sealer over the background. And after that, go ahead and cure it. Place your cat's body back on top and apply some matte top coat over the rest of the cat, and you are all done. All of these designs that have a little secret element to them like this are some of my absolute favorites. I love because you don't really see that it comes off until you take it off. So it's something that definitely is a surprise if you're not expecting it. So I hope you guys like this as much as I do, and I will put links to my past Halloween cat videos in the description box below, so check for that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!